Hey everyone, welcome. Okay, so today we have a seriously fascinating explainer lined up for you. We're going to dive into the story of a guy whose, well, just sheer curiosity literally changed how we understand the entire universe. Yep, we are talking about Isaac Newton. And we're going to go way beyond that famous legend of the falling apple. We want to figure out how this incredible mind actually worked, how he got his start, and the absolute game-changing legacy he left behind for us. So here's our roadmap for today. We're breaking this explainer down into 4 quick chapters. Number 1, early life and education. 2, the apple and gravity. 3, Newton's revolution in science. And 4, great successes and important lessons. Let's just jump right in.
All right, Chapter 1, Early Life and Education. Picture this. It's January 4th, 1643, and Isaac Newton is born in this tiny, super quiet village in England called Woolsthorpe. I mean, he didn't exactly grow up surrounded by high-tech modern science labs, right? But somehow, he makes this massive leap from a rural farm town all the way to the halls of the highly prestigious University of Cambridge. And that wild jump, that's really where our story begins. So how exactly did he pull that off? Well, his childhood personality actually tells us a lot. He was highly intelligent, sure, but he was also super quiet. He wasn't out there fighting to be the center of attention. Instead, he had this absolute obsession with studying and figuring out the hidden secrets of the things around him. He was a natural-born observer. And honestly, that quiet, laser-like focus was kind of his superpower. And when he took that intense focus with him to Cambridge, wow, he didn't just study, he completely excelled. He developed this extraordinary expertise in 3 incredibly tough areas: mathematics, physics, and astronomy. By mastering those 3 fields together, he was essentially learning the fundamental language of the universe. He was laying down the groundwork for the whole shebang.
Moving on to Chapter 2, the apple and gravity. Okay, so we all know this one. It's probably the most famous story in the history of science. Newton is just chilling under a tree, doing his thing, when a completely ordinary apple falls to the ground. But because he's this relentless observer we just talked about, he doesn't just see a piece of fruit dropping. He sees a puzzle, a mechanical mystery right in front of his eyes. And that brings us to the ultimate question. The apple makes him ask, why do things always fall to the ground? Now, I know it seems incredibly obvious to us today, but stopping to ask why about something that literally everyone else on the planet just ignores, that is the root of all great science. The apple didn't just magically hand him a theory, it forced him to ask the right question.
Answering that question? Well, that took some serious, intense research. But that one falling apple inspired him to figure out the invisible force connecting everything, which gave us the groundbreaking theory of gravity. Just think about that. A massive theoretical breakthrough that permanently changed humanity's understanding of nature, all sparked by just watching an apple fall.
Which perfectly tees up Chapter 3, Newton's revolution in science.
At the very heart of this revolution is the number 3. Newton didn't just casually observe the world. He mapped it out mathematically, giving us the 3 fundamental laws of motion. And look, these aren't just some boring historical footnotes. They are the absolute bedrock of classical mechanics. This is where a 17th century guy's brilliance literally crashes into our modern, everyday reality. Think about it. Cars zooming down the highway, airplanes flying across oceans, rockets blasting off into space. Every single one of those machines is designed around and strictly obeys Newton's 3 laws of motion. It's crazy. The math done by a quiet kid in the 1600s is literally propelling us into the cosmos today. He ended up compiling all of this monumental work, the mass, the gravity, the motion stuff, into his absolute masterpiece, the Principia. And let me tell you, it is rightfully considered one of the greatest, most important scientific books in human history. It literally shifted us from a world of guessing into a world of measurable, predictable physics.
And that brings us to our final section, Chapter 4, Great Successes and Important Lessons.
Isaac Newton dedicated his entire life to knowledge, hardcore research, and brand new discoveries. He was absolutely relentless. He passed away in London on March 31st, 1727. But, as we've seen today, his passing was really just the beginning of this globally remembered legacy. His work is taught in literally every school and used in every modern lab on Earth.
But look, we don't just want to memorize history here, we want to actually learn from it, right? So what's the formula we can take away from Newton's life? It basically boils down to 4 simple steps. Step 1, curiosity.
You gotta have that deep desire to know how things work. Step 2 is hard work, that relentless dedication. Step 3 is continuous learning, just mastering your craft. And step 4? Asking questions, never just accepting the ordinary. If you combine those 4 things, it's a real recipe for incredible success.
Newton used his curiosity to literally define gravity. He looked at an apple and saw the mechanics of the entire universe. So I want to leave you with this. What ordinary things are happening around you right now? And what secrets of the universe will your own curiosity unlock today? Keep asking questions, keep observing, and keep learning. Thanks so much for hanging out for this explainer. I really hope it sparked some serious curiosity for you.